In today's episode of The Tenant, I'm in the micro market of Shivdi in central Mumbai, a location close to Lower Parel and South Mumbai. I'm in a project called as Dosti Flamingos, one of the earliest gated community projects in Mumbai. Our tenant today is a man who grew up in Chandigarh but has lived on rent in Mumbai for the last 16 years. What works for him and what doesn't? Let's meet him.
Hey, hi Vishal.
Hi Aditya, good to see you.
Good to see you, man. Come in.
Oh, this is quite the view you have.
Oh yeah, it's really lovely, but especially when you don't have this much pollution, then it's really clear.
Okay.
And as you can see right now, you can see the outline of Butcher Island, and then just the hazy background of Elephanta Island, and some of the buoys and the ships going out. But on a normal clear day, then you can actually see all the way up to Nava Shiva and the cranes over there.
So was the view the big factor for Aditya buying, getting over here?
Absolutely. I think it was quite key. It gives us a sense of space, gives us a sense of being around, and I guess in part it does help that I was, from the sea, I was merchant mariner. So it's nice to be able to see some of those boats go in and out sometimes.
Okay.
So part of that.
So how big is this place we're talking?
So this place is a grand size of about 1250 square feet, but super area, which is also a term I have become familiar with after being in Mumbai. But yeah, so that's the size.
So this 1250 super area, the first time you heard it, what was your reaction?
So I was like, why super? What happened to carpet area and stuff? So नहीं वो तो है, but इधर हम super area लेके चलते हैं. Okay, what does it actually mean? So yeah, no, this is not just you're staying in a condo, so there's other common spaces that you need to take into account, blah blah blah. So like, okay, whatever.
So after measuring the internal part, how big did you do that? How big is this place internally?
I mean, it's about 900 square feet carpet area.
So what is it that got you to this location, this building?
So I think the journey was a little bit when we moved to Bombay about 16 years back. We started a little bit of a search. So we came here because my son had just been diagnosed with autism. We did a bit of a run around, and my sister, I was staying with her. She stays in Breach Candy. So we started from there, and we wanted a one-bedroom apartment, which was not too expensive, but hopefully close by to where my sister is, and then we found an early intervention center for my son, so not too far from there. As things turned out, we started doing a little bit of going and seeing some places, and it was frankly quite depressing because I think we went to this one place in Worli Poonam apartments, and both of us came back, and I think we were nearly in tears. अच्छा हमें इतने में रहना पड़ेगा इस budget में, because it was I think 40 grand or something for a place that to us seemed smaller and not only smaller but also worse in terms of how it was compared to the servants' quarters we had back home. So we were like, okay, now that's quite a jump. And
so basically, your experience at Chandigarh had not prepared you for what you would see in Mumbai.
Yeah. So we'd never lived in Mumbai as such, and I think for us that was like a bit of a shocker.
Why over here? Shivdi kyun?
So we had to expand the search because we wanted a nicer apartment first of all, and the second thing was we were also looking for something that had like all the amenities, like a condo. So this thing was under construction, so we turned up here, and then we found that okay, 2 buildings are done, the rest of the place is dug up, wouldn't be safe for our son. So, but just by chance we found another apartment close by. It was a standalone, but we sort of, the nice thing was open 3 sides, great view of the sea, not just like you have to peer across and thoda other side se kone se dikh raha hai. So that kind of thing. But then we, ended up here, and of course for us it was, most of the people I knew, or in fact everyone I knew, were either staying in Beach Candy or that part, or then Bandra and Andheri. So a lot of them were like, Sivri, ye hai kidhar? Ye Bombay mein hai kya? So this was back in 2008 or whatever.
What do you tell them?
So I was like, yeah, it's actually a great part of town, and they're like, if you weren't in the western suburbs, then there was something wrong with you, kind of thing, right? So we were not from Bombay, and we didn't have any of that baggage. Ke kahan pe. We found that accessibility. This is pretty close to everywhere, right? That whether you want to go to Colaba, you want to go to Chembur side, or out to Navi Mumbai, or even connected to the western suburbs, it wasn't difficult to access.
So how many years have you been staying here?
So we moved in here into this place in 2009, into Dosti Flamingos, and we were first in a 2-bedroom apartment for 7 years. Same view, just on 20th floor. Now we're on the 25th floor, and then we moved in here into this apartment 6.5 years back.
And how about the kitchen? Does it get used quite a lot?
It is used a huge amount. Okay. We obviously have someone, we eat at home. Most of our meals, obviously, so like any family. So that's where it is. And of course, I used it a lot only during COVID. Apart from that, I maybe find time on the weekends if my daughter wants a frittata or something, then I'm sort of launched to do that.
So during COVID, Aditya became a chef as well.
Ha, totally.
And then come the bedrooms.
Yeah. So this is we can start with this. This is my daughter's bedroom. This is the third one.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
So again, as you can see from here, bright. It's very bright, and we were fortunate. We were allowed to choose the colors we wanted, and do it up the way we wanted.
Okay.
So
colorful room.
Yeah.
Clearly, you can see this is a kid's bastion.
Yeah. So this is her space, and we sort of encroach upon it from time to time. And if someone from the family is coming, then she's the first one to be kicked out, obviously. So yeah. And this is the common toilet.
Okay.
With a duct area and a store at the back. So this is the one here. And then
this is a reasonably, I'll say, above average bathroom size from what is today being constructed.
Okay. This is my son's room.
Okay.
And he is his music. He's an autistic kid, and he loves his music.
Okay.
And as you can see, he's probably got something going here.
Okay.
So yeah.
This also has a very different feel to the room.
Yeah. So this is his space, and this is his den. As you can see, he's got his one passion is music, and everything around it. Another toilet here, which is again equally sized as the other one. So this is an attached toilet that he has here.
Okay. So basically, both the bedrooms have their own character.
Yeah.
The way you look at it.
So again, colors chosen totally sort of. We were it was very nice to be able to do that, where we got what we wanted. So Vishal, this is the master bedroom, and that's the master of the bedroom.
Hi.
That's my wife, Arshia.
Hi, I'm Arshia.
Vishal.
So Arshia, what do you like most about this? He said the things that he likes, and also he said some parts that he doesn't like about Mumbai in general.
I love Mumbai. I love this place. Spectacular view, east facing, and the sun, the sea, first thing in the morning. And Bombay, of course, it's a very, very safe place for kids, women. I feel very safe here. And this place, because close to my child's school and one of the prestigious schools.
Was schooling a big factor when you were choosing this sort of an apartment?
Not really, but we did get lucky with the getting a school which is close by, and a whole bunch of people from the same complex going into the bus loads of same school kids.
What's the one thing you don't like about staying over here?
maybe the smell, the tiny size of the apartments. One could say that.
This is a great view. Room, well, master bedroom.
Yeah.
I can say one thing after visiting many new properties that while probably for people like you guys who have come from Chandigarh, Panchkula, while this may appear small, most master bedrooms today are smaller than this.
Wow, yeah. So I think what we also liked about this particular apartment, if you look at it, is that you can see a literally green belt over there, and then you can see Crescent Bay, but you can see a green belt there, and then you see the sea right in front, which is why probably one of my, why I chose to have like a, my study desk kind of thing over there. So it's rare, I think, in Mumbai to find that you can see both the green belt and the sea right in front. So having a cemetery is a big positive because इधर building तो खड़ी नहीं होने वाली है.
So basically, ठीक है. So basically, it'll ensure that nothing will come in front of you.
हाँ, so उधर वो तो रहेगा. But who knows, right? At some point, someone gets smart and does something. But at least not in our lifetime, I think. कि उधर तो खुला ही रहेगा.
Okay. So ठीक है. We've done the master bedroom. This will be the attached bathroom.
This is the attached bathroom again, and yeah, you can have a look. Let's just switch on the light. So yeah, so this is again standard. I think they've kept the standard sizes, and it's fairly comfortable, fairly nicely done. Of course, we've done our own thing, so we got these made over here. So we did all that, and sometimes I tend to hear people saying, "But it's a rented apartment." But my view is we have to live here for a few years, so might as well get whatever you need made, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with it when we leave. So yeah.
So basically, that mindset that because you're renting, don't spend money on the interiors, you don't share that philosophy.
Not at all.
How much rent are you paying here?
So we pay 102,000 rupees, 1,02,000 for this place as rent. It seems to be a little bit higher than what other people are paying. I keep getting that from some of my friends. अरे मेरा तो 90 पे है या 85 में है, but the thing is that we've been here for 6 years. We've just renewed the lease again, and for the last 4 years it's been static at 102,000. So in that sense, it sort of works fine. You pay a little extra, but you don't have the hassle of having to shift and stuff like that. And
और यहाँ पे deposit कितना है?
I think 3 lakhs or something is what I paid.
So Aditya, you spoke about amenities earlier.
Yeah.
That it's something that you wanted.
Right.
When I was coming up, I could see some part of it.
Right.
Why don't we check out the entire place and continue the chat?
Sure. Let's go.
Okay. So Aditya, we're in the amenity zone of this project. What are the sort of amenities that are really over here?
So you have a full proper basketball court, which is also used as a multi-purpose court. Then you have the tennis court. Then you have obviously this common area in the ground and sort of yoga zone. They have a kids play area, a sand pit, and then as you move along further, then you have the clubhouse, which has a really nice swimming pool. You have a gym. You have a squash court, glass packed. You have a pool table thing, a room, snooker room, and you have TT tables, and then they have a banquet hall, and also rooms that you can rent.
आपने कहा कि एक की रीज़न ये प्रोजेक्ट देखने के लिए versus the standalone buildings of Worldly Bandra were amenities.
हाँ जी.
क्या आपके फैमिली में amenities सब लोग यूज़ करते हैं?
So I think I've been staying here, this complex now for 14 years odd, and we've used different things at different times. So for example, my daughter and my son used to use the swimming pool a lot. We all use the swimming pool a lot, but now they don't. So my son's just sort of gone off swimming, but my daughter takes tennis lessons. She goes for TT lessons right in the complex. She's done Bharatnatyam session in the complex, so they have all these kind of things.
आपने कहा कि आप 14 साल से यहाँ पे रह रहे हैं.
हाँ जी.
Most people who will hear you बोलेंगे अगर इतने सालों से रेंट पे रह रहे, घर खरीदते क्यों नहीं है?
घर मेरे को जब भी मैं आया था, जो हम बॉम्बे आए थे, जो सर्कमस्टांसेस थे, दे वर मोर अराउंड ओके हम कितनी देर रहेंगे बॉम्बे पता नहीं है. एंड वन थिंग दैट बिकेम वेरी क्लियर वाज दैट अगर आपको घर खरीदना है वर्सेस रेंट पे रहना है, तो वो 1:4 का कुछ रेशो है. तो अगर आप रेंट दोगे तो 40,000 दोगे और आपको EMI भरनी है तो 1.5 लाख से ऊपर भरनी है. So that patch, and then या तो फिर आप compromise करके 40 किलोमीटर बाहर जाओ. So अगर वही quality of life चाहिए थी at that point, so it was very clear कि it's better to stay on rent.
Do you sometimes regret not buying an apartment, because in Mumbai 14 years back Mumbai was still in a sort of a up cycle in terms of prices.
Right.
तो regret करते हैं?
Not at all, actually. That was not a priority at all at that time in our lives. And I think, again, even today, while I have bought an apartment not so far away from here, just down the road, it's Celestia, 2-bedroom.
Okay, recently you bought that apartment?
I bought that 4 years back. I invested in it. It was more for an investment purpose. But then, it's now I've taken possession and I put it on rent as well.
आपने कहा कि आपने, after many years of coming to Mumbai, you eventually bought a place. You said recently.
I did, yeah.
For investment.
Yeah.
Do you regret that now? Let me ask that.
Totally. Totally. I mean, for all the reasons that, I've invested in a project that was still under construction. And then during COVID, they sort of stopped work and there was a lot of hassle and then it got delayed on possession. Eventually, I think the builder did turn up and pay what they were supposed to pay for everything. So, but I bought it for 4 crores. When I bought it, I only had to put in 5% down payment and 5% towards stamp duty and all. So not a huge exposure, which is why I invested in it. But now today's price is 3.8 crores. So when I look at it from that perspective, after 5 years or 6 years, it's still not the value it was when I purchased it. So it doesn't seem to make too much sense.
On that note, Aditya, nice to speak with you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me here, and it's been great meeting you as well.
Yeah, I mean, 16 years in Mumbai, and you clearly like it to a marginal extent, but you managed to survive.
Yeah, adjust कर रहे हैं सर, और adjust करना पड़ता है. बॉम्बे में आके बहुत जल्दी सीख जाते हैं कि adjust कर लो तो सब ठीक रहता है.
ठीक है, thank you.
Just lovely, thank you.
Time for the report card. This is a 3 BHK compact apartment, close to 900 square feet. Building, old, but is held up honorably. Lots of amenities in the project, something for every segment of the population. Location, slightly messy, chaotic. Approach road is narrow. It's a fairly messy external neighborhood. Connectivity, strong. Very close to 2 major economic hubs of Lower Parel and South Bombay. Railway station about 10 minutes walk. So all in all, if you're a family looking for a gated community living, wants proximity to 2 key economic hubs, this is the sort of project and location that can be considered.